All right, so here is the project for today. This is a really bad spot. Sorry it's so windy, but this is a really bad spot. Now I got a soil test back, and I know that the pH just around this red maple tree that is 52 years old is at 8. So I'm gonna clean it up, get all this stuff from around it. It's got roots growing up. I'm gonna cut all them out. And then I'm going to aerate this with a hand aerator all the way around all this. And then I'm gonna spread some peat moss into it so that it can start lowering the pH of this soil. Now we're doing a whole yard renovation one of these days. This tree is coming out, as much as the kids hate to do it. Story on this tree: this was planted when the house was built. When I was a little kid, I tried to chop it down with a claw hammer, and for the longest time it had a big scar on the side of it. I don't even know where that scar has moved to, but it survived me. So we're gonna get it all cleaned up around here, and then I'm going to, I got a bunch of weeds. We can't get anything to grow here too because of the shade, but this pH level is bad. So stick around. All right, I'm gonna be using the Corona. Core aerator, hand aerator. Right here. So you're supposed to just be able to step on it. It creates a plug, pull it out. Okay. Doing what it says. All right, so got it done. I'm telling you, this thing worked really good. I'm impressed. Now we got about 2 inches of rain yesterday, so this ground's still wet. But you can see, you pulled out a plug, and I've got clay right here. So the next thing, I'm gonna spread out the peat moss in this little area. I got like a quarter of a bag. I'm gonna try to make it last for this, so hang on. By the way, that only took like 20 or so minutes. They went really quick. It went really quick. So I'm going to continue that process until I run out. Well, there it is. Raked it in. I'm sweating. And don't let anybody tell you that working with peat moss is clean, because it's filthy. And that was only a quarter of a bag. I'm a mess. Like, seriously, a mess. So yeah, like at me. I'm sweating. I'm hot. I've done some work. It's good. It's good. Like I got peat moss on my nose. Like, I'm a mess. So why I did that? All right. So watching Ryan Knorr, all the long guys, the natural way, slow way, but it starts, because I know I can't really do anything with this yet until we get this tree out of here. What I'm doing is just getting the soil prepped. So this stuff sank down into those holes. All the little biomatters from the peat moss went down into the holes. I got to do more, but I got to find some more peat moss. Lowe's was out, both of the stores I went to. So I got to get some more of that. The peat moss will lower the pH naturally. It'll break down and it creates its own way to reduce the high pH that I have, which is at 8. Grass needs to be at like 6.5 to 6.9. So I got to come down 2 whole points. There are products that I can put on that I will do, but I'm not going to spend that money yet until after we get the tree out and we actually are starting to work on the yard. This is just a way to help jumpstart it. And it's honestly, it's a cheap way. I'm really surprised at that core aerator, that manual core aerator that I bought. It pulled out plugs. Now, of course, this is clay, which adding the peat moss will help with the clay soil that I have. This yard is 52 years old, and it's not really had a whole lot of work done to it as far as fertilizers or anything like that. So it's had some like chem lawn treatments, but nothing ever consistent. It's full of weeds. I've got to tackle that. But really, I can't do anything until we get this tree out, and we are not going to do it because the grade of the yard is so bad that all of the water's running back to the house. So we either need to raise it a good 4 inches. So we're talking a lot of dirt. So basically, where I just did, where that flower bed is, it's got to go up halfway to that flower bed away from the house and fill in all of this around me back to the ditch here. Like, you can see how it slopes off of the driveway here. There's a big hole right there by the well, which is not hooked up. There's a big hole behind the tractor. So it's not level at all. Even riding on this thing, it's bumpy. Up here in the back, the whole yard's bumpy. So it's just gonna be a process, and that's fine. I'm starting so I can amend this soil because I know grass will be growing into it eventually. So I can't just throw a whole bunch of topsoil on top of it and expect the roots to do good because they'll run out of good dirt, right? So I'm starting now. Starting with that foundation, get my soil right first. So thanks for watching, hanging out. I'm OEF5, and like and subscribe. I'm going to make a new whole playlist that's nothing but my yard renovation and work, because I found it completely interesting watching Ryan and the Lawn Rebel and some of the others. I didn't even know, like, I don't even know how I got into that YouTube rabbit hole, but I did, and now I'm hooked, and it makes me want to do better with my yard. Like, I got a lot of work to do yet, and it's fine. Just little stuff, but I'm working on it, and it's getting there. You guys have a good one.